Imagine trading February blizzards for Caribbean beaches, or swapping visa application nightmares for spontaneous getaways where you just pack and go. While most countries trap you with 90-day limits and endless paperwork, these 10 destinations roll out the red carpet for Canadians with stays of 4 months to a full year. No visa required. What makes your maple leaf passport so powerful in these specific places? Your Canadian passport carries weight that goes far beyond its burgundy cover. Ranked sixth most powerful globally in 2024, it opens doors that remain locked to most nationalities. But why do these particular countries roll out such generous welcome mats? The answer lies in decades of careful diplomacy and mutual benefit. Commonwealth nations like Barbados and Fiji share constitutional history with Canada, creating natural partnerships built on common legal systems and democratic values. These ties run deeper than tourism brochures suggest. When Barbados launched its Welcome Stamp program in 2020, Canadian applications jumped 68% in the first year alone. Economics tells the other half of the story. Canadian tourists spend an average of $3,200 per trip internationally, according to Statistics Canada's 2023 travel survey. That's serious money for smaller economies. Fiji reports that Canadian visitors stay 21% longer than average tourists and spend 40% more per day. Countries notice these numbers. Historical relationships matter too. Argentina welcomed Canadian investment during its economic restructuring in the 1990s. Chile signed comprehensive trade agreements that smoothed visa policies. Even Montenegro, seeking EU membership, courts Canadian favor as part of broader Western integration strategies. These aren't random acts of hospitality. They're calculated decisions based on Canada's reputation for respectful travelers, strong currency, and valuable trade relationships. But generous visa policies mean nothing if you can't actually afford to live there. Barbados delivers on affordability with style that rivals destinations costing twice as much. You can stay 6 months visa-free, but here's where it gets interesting for remote workers. The Welcome Stamp program extends that to a full year for just $2,000 in fees. The numbers work better than you'd expect. One-bedroom apartments range from $600 to $1,200 monthly, depending on whether you choose inland Bridgetown or beachfront St. Lawrence Gap. Local meals cost $8 to $15 at rum shops and casual restaurants, while groceries run about 30% higher than Canadian prices. That's the trade-off for year-round 82-degree weather and pristine beaches. Healthcare surprises visitors with its quality and accessibility. Private doctors charge $40 to $70 per visit, and many trained in North America or the UK. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital handles serious cases, while smaller clinics cover routine needs. Prescription medications cost significantly less than Canadian prices, even without insurance coverage. The infrastructure rivals developed nations. High-speed internet reaches 95% of the island, making remote work seamless. Power stays reliable, water runs clean from taps, and the banking system integrates easily with Canadian accounts. Direct flights from Toronto take just 4.5 hours, but Caribbean paradise comes with Caribbean prices for imported goods. Electronics, vehicles, and processed foods carry hefty import duties. The question becomes whether island living suits your lifestyle, or if you crave the cultural depth and continental access that only Europe provides. The UK opens Europe's front door with no paperwork required for your 6-month stay. London puts you at the center of global finance and culture, while Manchester, Edinburgh, and Bristol offer the same European access at half the cost. The price gap is dramatic. Central London apartments start at £2,000 monthly, pushing many Canadians toward zones 3 and 4, where £800 to £1,200 gets you decent space with tube access. Manchester and Liverpool slash those numbers by 40% while maintaining excellent rail connections to the continent. Here's what catches visitors off guard. NHS access remains limited to emergency care only. Private health insurance becomes essential, running £100 to £300 monthly, depending on coverage. GP visits cost £40 to £80 without insurance. Specialist consultations reach £200 or more. The real value lies in continental connectivity. Eurostar puts you in Paris within 2.5 hours. Budget airlines like Ryanair and EasyJet connect to 27 EU countries for under £50. Weekend trips to Rome, Berlin, or Barcelona become routine rather than once-in-a-lifetime adventures. Living costs bite hard, though. Council tax, utilities, and transport easily add £400 monthly to your budget. Groceries cost 20 to 30% more than Canadian prices, while dining out in London averages £25 per meal. The UK works if you've got serious savings or remote income. But what if you want European-level infrastructure and culture without the European price tag? Malaysia delivers that affordability with unexpected sophistication. Your 90-day visa-free entry extends easily through border runs to Thailand or Singapore, while the MM2H program offers 10-year renewable visas for qualified applicants with just 150,000 ringgit in fixed deposits. Kuala Lumpur costs shock newcomers with their reasonableness. Modern condos with pools and gyms rent for $400 to $800 monthly in central areas like KLCC or Mont Kiara. Street food costs $2 to $4 per meal, while upscale dining rarely exceeds $20. Your monthly grocery bill might hit $200 for Western products, half that for local alternatives. Healthcare quality rivals developed nations at developing world prices. Private hospitals like Prince Court and Gleneagles charge $20 to $40 for specialist consultations. Malaysia's medical tourism industry treats over 1 million international patients annually, testament to standards that attract patients from across Asia and beyond. English fluency reaches 85% in major cities, making daily life seamless for Canadians. The infrastructure impresses: high-speed rail, modern airports, fiber internet reaching rural areas. Budget airlines connect you to 12 Southeast Asian countries for under $100 round trip. Cultural diversity creates unique advantages. Malay, Chinese, and Indian communities maintain distinct neighborhoods, festivals, and cuisines within walking distance. You're never far from temples, mosques, or churches serving different communities. But perhaps Malaysia's greatest appeal lies in its strategic position for exploring a region where adventure doesn't require a trust fund. Chile offers South American adventure without the developing world compromises that deter many travelers. Your 90-day visa-free access opens doors to a country that functions more like Canada than most visitors expect. Santiago's cost of living mirrors mid-tier Canadian cities like Halifax or Winnipeg. One-bedroom apartments in trendy neighborhoods like Providencia or Las Condes rent for $700 to $1,200 monthly. Local meals cost $6 to $12, while imported goods carry familiar North American prices. The peso's recent stability against the Canadian dollar eliminates currency guesswork. Healthcare impresses international observers. Chile ranks 33rd globally in the World Health Organization's Health System Performance Index, ahead of several European nations. Private consultations cost $30 to $60, while comprehensive health insurance runs $150 to $300 monthly for full coverage, including dental and vision. The infrastructure rivals developed nations. High-speed internet reaches 96% of urban areas, power stays reliable, and water runs safely from taps nationwide. Santiago's metro system connects efficiently to both international airports and inner-city bus terminals, serving the entire country. Geographic diversity creates year-round appeal. The Atacama Desert offers world-class stargazing just 2 hours north. Patagonia's glaciers and peaks sprawl south of Santiago. Pacific beaches stretch along the entire western border. Wine regions produce world-class vintages within day-trip distance. But Chile's neighbor offers something entirely different: European elegance at South American prices where your dollars stretch even further. Argentina transforms your Canadian dollars into European lifestyle at bargain prices. Buenos Aires earns its nickname Paris of South America with wide boulevards, sidewalk cafes, and architecture that rivals European capitals. All available for $300 to $600 monthly rent in desirable neighborhoods like Palermo or Recoleta. The blue dollar exchange rate creates advantages that official statistics don't capture. While government rates hover around official parity, parallel markets offer 30 to 40% premiums for foreign currency. Savvy visitors accessing these rates find restaurant meals costing $4 to $8, world-class steaks for $12, and cultural events priced at fractions of North American equivalents. Wine country delivers experiences that would cost thousands elsewhere. Mendoza's vineyards offer tastings and tours for $20 to $30, while premium bottles that retail for $60 in Canada sell for $15 at the source. The beef culture provides protein quality that exceeds most North American standards at prices that seem mistakenly low. Healthcare maintains European standards with South American pricing. Private consultations cost $25 to $50, while comprehensive medical procedures run 70% less than Canadian equivalents. Many doctors trained in Europe or North America, ensuring communication stays seamless. Cultural richness rivals major European capitals. Opera seasons, art galleries, and theater districts maintain year-round programming. The tango scene offers authentic experiences rather than tourist shows. But perhaps your ideal escape involves trading urban sophistication for crystal-clear lagoons and island simplicity where time moves to ocean rhythms. Fiji delivers that island simplicity with 4 months of visa-free access that extends easily through renewable permits. Your 120 days reset the clock on stress while surrounding you with 333 islands of pure Pacific paradise. Suva, the capital, surprises visitors with its affordability and infrastructure. One-bedroom apartments rent for $400 to $1,000 monthly, depending on proximity to downtown or the waterfront. Internet speeds reach 100 megabits in urban areas, making remote work feasible from your tropical office overlooking coral reefs. Food costs plummet when you embrace local abundance. Papayas, pineapples, and coconuts sell for pennies at village markets. Fresh fish caught that morning costs $3 to $5 per meal at local restaurants. Even upscale dining rarely exceeds $15, while cooking at home with tropical produce keeps grocery bills under $150 monthly. Healthcare accessibility impresses international visitors. Private clinics charge $25 to $50 for consultations, while prescription medications cost significantly less than North American prices. The Colonial War Memorial Hospital in Suva handles serious cases, supported by smaller clinics throughout the island chain. English remains the official language, eliminating communication barriers that plague other tropical destinations. The currency pegs to a basket, including the Canadian dollar, providing exchange rate stability. Cultural warmth runs genuine rather than tourist-focused, creating communities that welcome long-term visitors. But island life isn't for everyone, especially those craving European culture and mountain air in an emerging destination that few travelers have discovered. Montenegro offers European sophistication before the crowds discover it. Your 90-day visa-free access extends through straightforward government office visits, with many expats reporting successful extensions for additional 3-month periods by simply demonstrating adequate funds and accommodation. Coastal cities like Budva and Bar deliver Mediterranean living at Balkan prices. One-bedroom apartments rent for $350 to $600 monthly, even in seaside locations where Italian or Croatian equivalents cost triple. Local meals range from $5 to $12, while groceries mirror Serbian prices rather than expensive Western European rates. EU candidate status drives infrastructure improvements that benefit residents immediately. High-speed internet reaches 90% of populated areas, roads improve annually with EU funding, and banking systems integrate with European standards. The euro serves as official currency, eliminating exchange rate complications for Canadian visitors. Geographic diversity rivals much larger countries. Adriatic beaches stretch along 180 miles of coastline, while Durmitor National Park offers mountain hiking just 2 hours inland. Medieval towns like Kotor maintain UNESCO World Heritage status, attracting cultural tourism without overwhelming local communities. Healthcare combines public and private options, with private consultations costing $30 to $50. Many doctors speak English, having trained in Western Europe or North America. Prescription medications cost significantly less than Canadian equivalents, even without local insurance coverage. But Montenegro's appeal pales beside a destination that offers not just months but an entire year of visa-free living in a region where ancient traditions meet modern convenience. Georgia grants Canadians something unprecedented, a full 365 days without visa requirements or extensions. This Caucasus crossroads where Europe meets Asia offers complete freedom to settle in, explore, and truly experience life beyond tourist schedules. Tbilisi delivers European culture at developing world prices. One-bedroom apartments in trendy neighborhoods like Vac or Sabordalo rent for $300 to $500 monthly, including utilities. Local meals cost $3 to $8, while wine costs less than bottled water in many restaurants. Your monthly living expenses rarely exceed $800, even with occasional splurges. The wine culture runs 8,000 years deep, making Georgia the world's oldest wine region. Small family vineyards produce varieties unavailable elsewhere, often selling bottles for $2 to $5 that would cost $50 in Canadian wine shops. Traditional Cuvée clay vessels create flavors that European winemakers struggle to replicate. Internet infrastructure surprises tech-savvy visitors. Fiber connections reach 95% of Tbilisi, delivering speeds that exceed most Canadian cities. The growing expat community includes over 15,000 long-term foreign residents, creating English-speaking networks in technology, education, and creative industries. Mountain landscapes provide year-round adventure. The Caucasus Range offers skiing in winter, hiking in summer, and mineral springs throughout the year. Most destinations lie within 3 hours of the capital by modern highway or rail connections. But Georgia's appeal for extended stays faces competition from a final destination that combines strategic location with financial advantages no other country can match. Panama delivers those financial advantages through complete currency stability. The US dollar serves as official currency, eliminating exchange rate gambling that plagues other international destinations. Your Canadian dollars convert once, then spend like American currency throughout your 180-day visa-free stay. The Pensionado program transforms Panama into retirement paradise for anyone with $1,000 monthly income from pensions, Social Security, or investments. This visa grants permanent residency with renewable status, plus significant discounts on healthcare, transportation, and entertainment. Over 40,000 North Americans currently hold pensionado status, creating established expat communities in every major city. Infrastructure rivals develop nations thanks to canal revenues, funding continuous improvements. Fiber internet reaches 98% of urban areas, hospitals maintain international accreditation, and the banking system integrates seamlessly with North American institutions. Private healthcare consultations cost $20 to $50, while comprehensive insurance runs $100 to $200 monthly. Geographic positioning creates unmatched exploration opportunities. Costa Rica lies 4 hours north, Colombia borders the east, while Pacific beaches stretch along the entire southern coast. Direct flights connect to major North and South American cities within 6 hours. The canal itself provides front-row seats to global shipping traffic. Panama City offers first-world amenities at third-world prices, while mountain towns like Boquete provide cooler climates and lower costs. Whether you're seeking tropical beaches, mountain air, or urban sophistication, Panama delivers without visa complications or currency concerns that complicate life elsewhere.